Hi, I'm David Jordan, founder and CEO of Solutions4Strategy. You may not have heard of us, but we'll be Australia's next Atlassian. We'll achieve this tackling one of the biggest costs in business, compliance. We all know compliance is a pain. It hurts the bottom line and hinders growth, but it's a far deeper problem than that. Let me tell you about this one company. They told their customers that they needed to raise a fee. It was unpopular and there was a major customer backlash. Quite understandable. But what if I was to tell you that 2 years later they had never implemented that fee? They'd taken all that pain and they got no gain. Why? Their staff was so bogged down with red tape they did not have time to review, investigate and check. You see it all the time. You see staff spending the whole month compiling reports that no one reads. By the time they finish, they take a deep breath and they start the whole process again for the next month. Well, we're going to change that. We are going to digitally disrupt the compliance worker. So welcome to Enterprise Strategic Planning, software that's going to cut costs, stop errors, and turn your data into real value. Imagine what your business would be like if we could halve your compliance costs and increase profits. That you had peace of mind of no more surprises from manual errors. And what if we gave you data to build business rather than just for compliance? That is why there is a growing demand for software that overhauls compliance in business. So how can we achieve such dramatic improvements? The key is to digitally disrupt the compliance worker, automating the manual processes and getting rid of spreadsheets, freeing up staff to focus on business development. We do this by totally reinventing the way organizations do compliance. We're challenging the status quo and using innovative software to change how compliance is done. Introducing a cloud-based solution that is revolutionizing compliance. We have written pragmatic software to fit the real world. It is affordable and simple to implement. It is scalable as a cloud-based solution but can run in-house as well. Our software can apply to government, mining and many other sectors. But first we'll focus on banking as compliance is the priority for them. Banks spend globally $70 billion on compliance a year. It is their largest operating cost. Due to shrinking margins, banks will globally invest $200 billion in reducing their compliance costs. Yet it's still a huge market and our initial focus will just be on the middle tier banks. There are over 12,000 such institutions. These banks are more prepared to outsource activities. The big compliance vendors are too expensive for them, and they have a model that we can duplicate from bank to bank. More importantly, we can talk to industry groups that provide services to the sector who could on-sell our solution. We're already following up on one organization supporting 400 institutions in the UK and another supporting 300 institutions in the USA. The customers are fed up with the competition. There are those that are priced well beyond what most companies can afford. There are the boutique apps that do bits and pieces and you have to get several products to do the whole job. Business systems like general ledgers do some compliance reporting, but there's still a lot of manual intervention. However, the biggest competitor is the internal spreadsheets and systems. At the end of the day, customers are frustrated with the current suppliers. They feel they've been charged premium pricing because they have to do compliance. Vendors have failed to deliver, as in the public case of Brisbane City Council. And at the end of the day, these suppliers have contributed to the huge compliance cost companies bear today. This is why business leaders are seeking change. Enterprise Strategic Planning is leading the world in disrupting the compliance worker. We are focused on growing a global business with revenues of around $200 million a year. We are solving a real problem that customers have to solve. This is why we believe we are Australia's next Atlassian.